This is Super Yacht News with E. Sisman.
Hi, welcome back to the channel. Okay, so we're following a story that's been in the press in recent days, and it involves a man who was put in charge of a trust fund who used that fund to purchase, amongst other things, a super yacht. Now, the man in question, his name is Ronald Gibbs, is currently going through a court case in the High Court in London. He's been sued by Princess Dima bint Sultan bin Abdullah Aziz Al Saud. Now, he was given a $25 million US, or approximately £20 million fund in 2011. The intention was, he's an investment banker, by the way. He worked for a law firm in the UK at one point, we'll go into a little bit later. He was put in charge of this trust, and initially the fund was to purchase a house or a property in Paris, but then the princess changed her mind. This was in 2011. Now, after this, Gibbs, who was given power of attorney over that money, used the money he'd been given to purchase a number of properties around the world, including properties in the UK, property in Montenegro. He also purchased a yacht, a super yacht, for approximately £17 million. And he purchased part of a yachting company that he controlled called Silver Arrows Marine Limited. Now, this was all using money from this fund. Now, it's not known if the purchasers were known by the princess at the time. He was put in charge of a trust fund, with the intention to grow that fund. Now, Gibbs also purchased a family home in Richmond in West London in 2012. So this is a year after he was given power of attorney of this money. The property is now valued at around £4 million, which is around $5 million US. Although it's not known if the money from this fund was used to purchase that home. Now, this is where it gets rather sticky. Now, in 2013, 2 years after he was put in charge of the fund, the princess and her brother asked Gibbs to liquidate the fund and return the money, which he never did. Now, reporting from the Telegraph, according to Simon Attrell, who is a lawyer representing the princess, Mr. Gibbs had agreed, this is in 2018 now, he'd agreed to liquidate the investment portfolio by selling the assets, but by 2021, he had still not done so. Princess then sued him for breach of that 2018 agreement. After the summary judgment was entered against him for breach of the agreement, he was ordered to pay £582,000 interim damages and £1.64 million in costs to the princess and her lawyers. Now, Mr. Attrell told John Linwood, the High Court judge, that Mr. Gibbs had never repaid a penny of the money despite accepting his obligation to do so and having the means to do so. Gibbs was also ordered to sell his family home to pay some of the money back. Now, in the various news articles on the story, the yacht supposedly bought by Mr. Gibbs is a 40-metre or 131-foot yacht built by Sunseeker named Elysium, seen here. She's currently in Palma and flies a Cayman Islands flag. However, in our investigations so far, it seems to suggest that this is actually not the yacht that he purchased, records showing a different owner. However, as you know, it's very, very difficult to establish exactly who the real owner is of any yacht out there, as they are almost always hidden under layers of different companies and in different jurisdictions, etc. So very difficult, but it does seem to suggest, we've also been in contact with certain people who said that that is not the boat that he purchased. This yacht that's pictured also happens to be for sale on the Sunseeker's website for €13.9 million. And the yacht pictured in the newspaper article is registered to this company name based in the Cayman Islands. Now, the address for that company is care of Nigel Burgess Limited, which is a UK-based yacht management company. Now, Burgess told us that they are not the managers of that yacht. Now, this is not that unusual. The IMO can be slow to update information, but Burgess are saying that they do not manage that yacht. Now, we spoke to a contact who said that Gibbs is not and was never the owner of that particular yacht. So there is another yacht also named Elysium, a 49-metre or 160-foot yacht, which is currently in Singapore and flies a Jamaica flag. Now, this yacht is registered to a company also in Singapore We have no idea if he is the owner of that yacht. It's just that there are only 2 yachts that we know of that are named under that name. There's certainly only 2 yachts listed on the IMO database with that name. What is unclear at the moment is if he still owns the yacht or if the yacht has been sold. Now, Gibbs, who as well as being a lawyer and was once a partner with a global law firm, London-based Linklater's, is also a qualified boat captain, and he said that he is now making a living as a boat captain. Now, according to the court papers, he has never paid back any money to the princess. However, he said in court most recently that he is now broke and he only owns his laptop and a £50 printer. So where did all the money go? This is something that we still haven't been able to get to the bottom of. Now, if you've worked on the yacht and you know that Mr. Gibbs was the owner of that yacht, please be sure to get in touch. We'd love to be able to pin down the exact yacht that he purchased. Obviously, we want to try and find out if he still owns that vessel as well. So if you've got any information about this story, please be sure to get in touch. And we will, of course, continue to investigate, so stay tuned for updates. The court case is ongoing. Okay, so we'll move on to our next story now. And we've got some more photographs here of Motor Yacht A in refit in Dubai. The 119-meter super yacht has been in Dubai for quite a while. You might remember we showed some photographs from behind of the vessel, but you could see the scaffolding there. Well, now we've got some photographs from the side view. And you can see a lot of scaffolding there erected around the front of the vessel. It looks like they're doing some work on the windows. Now you can also see a lot of dirt and corrosion marks building up on the boat, coming from the anchor pocket and the mooring deck there, which is closed obviously now, and also from the transom. Very uncharacteristic of this yacht to look kind of neglected like this. Now, the yacht would usually be refitted in Germany, and it may be that the owner was hoping that he could wait until sanctions were lifted before going into refit. Dubai is not exactly a place that people go to for refits on vessels like this, but certainly not the high profile ones. So it's, as an example, Motor Yacht Luna, owned by Farkad Akhmedov, was in Dubai for 3 years, and he waited until the yacht was released to sail all the way back to Germany to go into refit. And then unfortunately for the owner, the owner was placed on the sanctions list and his boat was frozen there. So, and still it's there today. So he's effectively not had access to that boat for 5 years, but he did not want to have it refit in Dubai. So it's understandable why they're refitting Motor Yacht A there, because they had no choice really. All right, we'll move on to our next story. Now, in the last video, we mentioned that Motor Yacht Stefania, the yacht that was seized by the Italian Guardia Finanza on request of the French authorities. We said that the yacht had not sold at auction. That's actually incorrect. It actually turns out that the yacht auction has been suspended. According to the Agency for the Management and Recovery of Seized and Confiscated Assets, which very catchy title there, they said that the delay was to guarantee its buyers the acquisition of the yacht with complete peace of mind and to offer optimal conditions for the development of this exceptional property. Now that seems to suggest that there might be some legal hurdle that needs to be jumped before the yacht can be sold free of any liens or something like that, which is obviously what you're looking for when you buy a vessel, right? You don't want any outstanding money owed on that vessel. So that they've suspended it for that reason. Now the yacht represents the public agency, that agency I just mentioned. It's the largest seizure of property since its creation in 2010. The agency said that the yacht auction has many bidders signed up to bid when the yacht is eventually sold, including no doubt a shell company representing the original owner. That's just my opinion, but almost certainly, unless that guy's lost all his money, I'm almost certain that that guy's going to be trying to get his yacht back through a shell company, so they need to watch for that. All right, we'll move on. We've got some footage of Motor Yacht Octopussy, where it is today and how it looks today. A far cry from how it looked when it was built. Now, this boat was quite a famous boat at the time. It was built in 1988 for John Staluppi, who is the founder of the Atlantic Auto Group in the US. Now, he's known for building yachts and naming them after James Bond movies. Now, the yacht Octopussy was basically built on a dare. Staluppi said he wanted to build the fastest yacht in the world, and Heesen took up the challenge, Heesen Yachts in the Netherlands. They even had an agreement that if the yacht didn't hit 48 knots, then he wouldn't have to pay for the yacht. and he would get all his money back and still be able to take delivery of that yacht. Probably would have put them out of business had that happened. Mr. Staluppi turned up with a radar gun like the police used to check that the speed of the yacht was where it was meant to be. Now the yacht got eventually a top speed of 53 knots, and it's a 39 meter or 130 foot yacht with master bedrooms and a bar in the main salon. You can imagine doing 53 knots in a vessel like this with, you know, standing on the deck holding a glass of champagne. And this yacht launched Heesen into the superyacht industry, according to Heesen themselves. Now, there's actually a fascinating video on the Heesen YouTube channel, which I'll put a link to below. It's a 25-minute video, and it tells the story of this yacht, how they built it. Fascinating video, very well done. It's already had 500,000 views. If you want to check that out, check it out here. Now, what I'm going to show you now, though, is I'm going to show you how this vessel looks today. Now, the video footage was sent in to us by a yachting company based in Dubai, and the boat is currently in a port in Dubai. It's attached to a tugboat. It can't move under its own steam. You can see it's in a very bad condition. All of the equipment from the mast has been removed, all the weather equipment, and the satellite domes, and anything of any value has been removed. Also, the anchors have been removed. All the deck heads have been removed. You can see here the deck head is basically the bit that goes onto the ceiling that you can pull down so you can get access to electronics and stuff inside. They've all been removed too. It's in a very bad state. There's a door on the front of the vessel there. It looks like a house door, which is obviously not weatherproof. It looks like it's just been put on there just to you know, a temporary thing. But it's in a very bad state. The name's been removed from the stern. Now the yacht it can't move under its own steam, as I said. There's only 2 crew members on board. Now, what we've been told is the vessel was brought to Dubai 3 months ago, and they are currently looking to get people involved to actually repair the yacht. So hopefully it will be repaired. I mean, this was a yacht that did 53 knots. Now it can't move under its own steam. Sounds like just superficially, it looks like it needs a lot of money spent on it, doesn't it, to be able to repair it. I hope it does get repaired. It's quite a well-known, high-profile yacht, and it did look glorious back in the day. So it was refit in 2015 as well. So that's not that long ago. It's 9 years ago. So I don't know what happened there. But yeah, if you know any more information about the yacht, please be sure to get in touch. We'd love to know more about it. In other instances, there's been no VE day, you know, there's just been like a prolonged situation where you're working with people that you don't like, and the only solution is to leave, right? Now, what if your boss is the douchebag and you want to leave, but you're in this situation, right, where you can't get a good reference because your boss is the douchebag? All right, the latest podcast is live on our Patreon page at patreon.com/eSysman. You'll find many videos not featured on the YouTube channel, including our Atlantic vlog series and behind the scenes footage from our trips to Italy, Monaco and France from last year. We also do a weekly video where I'm just talking very casually about some of the stuff that's happened on the channel during the week. We call them Patreon chat series. So please be sure to check it out, patreon.com/eSysman. Also, be sure to check out our podcast channel. It's at Yacht Report Podcast on YouTube. You can also find it on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, etc. We've got a new podcast coming out tomorrow on all of those platforms, so look out for that. It's episode 4. If you've got any information about any of the stories here, certainly the first one, please be sure to get in touch in the normal fashion. You can get us in the email address in the ticker. You can get us on the About page of the YouTube channel. You can get us on Instagram, on Facebook Messenger, and you can also get us on Threema. Please be sure to like this video, very important for the algorithm. Hit the subscribe button, hit the bell for future notifications. All right, guys, thanks very much for watching, and I'll catch up with you soon. Bye-bye.